I had this leftover cone from Christmas. I know you can get this still on Amazon. You may have a hard time finding them in your craft store. Not quite sure. But anyway, I decided to paint it with some Snow Owl by Wise Owl. And then I took some jute, and with a hot glue gun, I glued the jute in the inner center of my cone so that I had a handle or a hanger. Then I took some Wise Owl varnish and some tissue paper with musical notes on it. I'm using a chip brush to apply my varnish all over my cone. And while still wet, I laid it into the tissue paper and wrapped it and just rubbed any wrinkles or bubbles out and cut off the excess. Once I had all the excess tissue paper off, I covered the cone and another layer of varnish. I found these little clip-on chalkboards at Michael's. They were a few dollars, and they're in the front of the store. And I took some tissue paper, and I also did some decoupage on the front of the board. It's actually a little chalkboard, so you could stencil on it. You could write something with chalk. You could decoupage a napkin, and I'm decoupaging some tissue paper with my Wise Owl varnish. I'm just trimming some excess tissue paper, and I'm setting that aside to dry. Once dried, you take some sandpaper and you go around the edges, and this removes any of the overhang, tissue paper, napkin, whatever you decided to use. Now I'm taking some jute and wrapping it around my cone, securing it with some hot glue. I just went around a few times. This is going to give me a place to attach my little board, as I'm doing so right now. And then I went around one or two more times to make sure it was secure. And then just cut off the excess jute. I added a black and white checkered ribbon and just tied it. And just let the tails hang. Now I love forsythias, but first I wanted to add a little bow to the center of my checkered plaid with jute and add some lamb's ear. I found this lamb's ear. It's actually a ring for a candle. It was $5.99 with 50% off. So I got that for $3. And it was just the perfect size to wrap around the top of my cone. And I used some of the inner leaves to glue to the interior of the cone just to adhere it good. And then I put in my forsythia. Guys, this is really super cute and would look great in a powdered room or even a bedroom. If you enjoyed this video, go check us out on YouTube. And for any paint products, chalkitupfancy.com.